All right. Kenji here for another draft on the YouTubes. We just had a pretty sad event. I just ended the stream, and now we're going right into recording. So, writing off the high of a previous 03 with a really good deck. But anyways, that's neither here or there. We're jumping into a fresh draft here for you YouTube folks, so thank you all for watching. I think I'll reward you with one of the best rares in the format, the Hullbreaker Horror. We had this earlier today in a really sweet blue-black zombies deck, and we managed 7 wins, but yeah, not too much to say about this card. It's clearly fantastic. It's obviously very, very expensive, but if you get to untap with it, it's just game-winning. And yeah, not much to say. We'll take it here. We're passing quite a few good cards in a Braid, Witness, Minister, Quartermaster, Catgeist, but you don't pass one of the best rares in the format. So take that here, see what we can do. Get past a Dying to Serve. I do like this card a lot. It's really slow, it's really dirtily, and the creatures entering tapped can actually be a huge downside, of course, or it is a huge downside, I should say, but it's a really fun card in the blood token deck. You don't really want to draft this anywhere but the blood token deck, but I think it's a fun one there. For me, we're not going to second pick the Selhoff Entomber. That's just a black card or a blue card that doesn't really do much here. I guess I'm going to go ahead and take the Bolt. Yeah. I'm thinking of what deck best fits the Hullbreaker Horror, and I don't necessarily think it is in blue-red, but I think that's probably the best choice in that pack, so go ahead and take it. I do think like blue-green is one of the better places for it, because you can ramp out to it with Weaver of Blossoms and whatnots. Pick 3 also looking pretty weak. I think this is probably just a Scab. Scab's really good, and it also helps cut off blue, which I think is a high priority now that we have the Hullbreaker. So, yeah, this pack's not great. Repository Scab's a fine choice now. Kaya's bad. That's all there is to say. In terms of the limited Planeswalkers in this format, number 1 is clearly Sorin, because that card actually does stuff. Second best is Chandra, and Kaya is easily the worst out of the Planeswalkers. We have a very late bleed dry here. I say very late, it's only pick 4, but given that this is pack 1, a 4th pick bleed dry is a huge signal. Passing a Thraben, Stalker, Fierce Retribution, but you don't pass a bleed dry. And yeah, we'll just continue taking the blue cards here. Take a Cruel Witness over anything else. I am getting a little bit glutted already on my top end cards, but we do want to make sure we cut off blue and get the rewards in the next packs. Good place to be though. Yeah, I mean, if we end up in blue-black, you really want to get the good exploit deck if you can. So we're gonna want to pick up cards like the Doom Dissenters and whatnot. I think there was actually a Doom Dissenter in the pack where I took the Blessed Bolt, but couldn't have known that we were going to get past a 4th pick bleed dry, so yeah, not much to say. This is a good place to be. But yeah, story time. The deck I was talking about that I just went 0-3 with was a really good red-green deck. One of the losses, we had like a perfect curve out of turn 2 Packsong Pup into turn 3 Weaver, and then the client crashed server-wide for everybody. People in the chat were saying that they just disconnected, and then when we came back, the game was gone. And then I just went 0-3, so sad beats, but we are trying to redeem ourselves today. I guess I'll just take a Gift of Fangs. Again, another blue card I don't really care for here. I could probably take Retrieve and go blue-green Self-Mill and try to dig for the Hullbreaker, but if we're getting a 4th pick bleed dry, then I think we want to try to stick with black. Witness the Future is another good one here. Really like this card, especially in this type of deck. If you mill your Hullbreaker Horde, it shuffles it back in. If it died, you can shuffle it back in. It also just digs for it later on in the game, so big fan of Witness the Future. And yeah, if you ever get to Witness the Future, you can chain them together, because the Witness the Future doesn't exile itself like these cards have frequently done in the past. So if you go like blue-green Uber Mill with a bunch of mulches, and then you draft a couple Witness the Future, you can shuffle in Witness the Future and then 3 other cards, you know, and chain it that way. Guess I shouldn't quite yet shave the bolt since we don't know what we're doing. I could take the mulch here. There's nothing wrong with taking mulch. We're going to go ahead and just take the Siphon Essence because that's a great blue card. But we could start leaning into like the blue-green self-mill deck. We'll see. Okay. Don't think we're going to be playing the Unhallowed Phalanx. Don't think we want to be running Reckless Impulse. I guess the Phalanx is a huge blocker, and maybe we end up picking like a Geralf or a Catapult fodder. We're not really losing out much here. I don't want to take a green card yet, and Impulse is just okay anyways when we're leaning towards black, so seems fine. The thing about Unhallowed Phalanx is that it often acts as a removal spell if you think about it. Just because a 13 toughness creature is so hard to get through, you know? We'll end up taking the Selhoff Entombers on the wheel, but they're not like super high plays or anything. We might play a Dread Fugue. Sure. Saved you all from the sneeze, or at least I hope I did. I think I muted it in time. You'll just see. If you missed it, it was me going with no sound. So apologies if I didn't mute in time. Okay, mulch on the wheel. Again, we could still be blue-green. Especially if we randomly got the retrieve on the wheel as well. That would be pretty nice. Nature's Embrace could act as some ramp if we end up in green. Hey, very last pick retrieve. Okay. We opened a Cultivator Colossus. Should we do it? Should we go for like some Uber ramp self-mill 7-card bomb deck? I don't think this card is like crazy good or anything. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm just supposed to take the Diver Scab and lock myself into a really good like blue-black exploit deck. But the fun pick is certainly the Colossus. All right, let's go for the fun. Let's take the Colossus. If this were the draft open, which is later this weekend, I would take the Diver Scab. But for you YouTube, I will take the 7-mana card and cry. Cry as we have like a Doom Dissenter here, which would be perfect. And now I'm going to take this Toxic Scorpion because I'm crazy. I might even run this Nature's Embrace as ramp. Let's do this. Hey! Well, at least the game is rewarding me for being a fool as we get past a Grolnok 3rd pick. So the Grolnok itself is not a great card as an attacker, right? It's only a 4-mana 3/3, and you only get the ability while the Grolnok's on the battlefield. So if they have a 3/3 and you can't attack into it, then you're not getting the ability. But with cards like Mulch, or any other self-mill, you know, you can get still the value of this card. So, all right, let's take the Grolnok. We're passing a bunch of good blue and green stuff. We're going to wheel something out of this pack, would be my guess, but now we're locking it in. Okay, now probably a Thirst for Discovery. Oddly, the Thirst for Discovery does not combo with the Grolnok, but something like the Fear of Death does. But I think we have so many bombs, we just want to take the card draw spell here. This is nice. I have both Retrieve and Witness the Future to get back our important cards. Oh man, I really want a Flourishing Hunter in this deck too, but I think we need to take the early game of the Spore Crawler. We're going to want to get one Hunter later, but I think the early game is more important for now. Because this deck just needs to not die. given our top end bombs. So some early creatures to trade off with seem good. I don't see myself playing another Cruel Witness, and I'm definitely not running the Roro Recruit. God, I want to take the Gluttonous Guest here, but I guess we'll take the Heirloom for some ramp and fixing. Yeah, I almost wanted to take the Gluttonous Guest there and maybe do some, like, Sultai nonsense, because Guest gains you life and produces blood to help you either dig for lands or dig for your relevant cards. Oh man, I don't know about this one. I think the Cultivator Colossus might have derailed me. But what's more fun, drafting a good blue-black deck and winning, or drafting a fun blue-green deck and maybe winning, you know? Maybe just winning is better, but, okay, you know, just hear me out. We can do this. Oh, sorry, I left all the overlay things on. Turn those off so you guys can see the cards better. We want more Mulches, more Toxic Scorpions, more interaction otherwise. I could use some bounce. This might be the perfect deck to run like some random syncopates and whatnot. Do I want to take a second retrieve? I don't actually have that much self-mill since I only have one mulch. I almost wonder if I should just take the scab here, but... yeah, I have a Witness the Future as well. I'm going to take the scab. I don't need the double. Nice. Wow, fantastic pack. Damn. Yeah, that big butts deck would have been good, but Lunar Rejection is fantastic. Some bounce, some card draw, exactly what we're looking for. A late Wandering Mind. One Cradle of Safety is going to be good. Protect our bombs is really nice, and I'm taking the 2-drop here, Snap over the Cruel Witness as we're passing another Wandering Mind. Okay. Nice, look at those wheels. I mean, this is the pack that had a million blue and green cards where I said we were going to wheel something, but obviously really good that we did. Yeah, let's just take the Spore Crawler here. Doesn't look like we're going to be doing much exploiting in the Throng and the Slinger or whatever anyway. I think the biggest card that we could wheel would be that Flourishing Hunter, which maybe with how green is open might. Fear of Death good on the wheel. We'll play that. Right now it's looking like Repository Scab is filler since, again, we don't have the exploits. We might run a second Siphon Essence. Selhoffen Tumor looks pretty bad with the low creature count, but it is a 2-drop. Yeah, more mulch. Howling Moon are open in pack 3. We did get a Vilespawn Spider here, which is obviously going to make the deck, but I think what you do is take the statue and try to wheel the spider. We've seen so many blue and green cards come around on the wheel that I'd be surprised if this didn't come back, you know? And even if it doesn't, it's not a huge loss. I think the statue for the ramp and the fixing is much better here. I'm gonna take it. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take it. Fixing, and it's a rare. Turns out I would have had a bunch of Throngs had I taken those Throngs, but I think we can probably disregard the Spore Crawler number 3 and just take the land for some fixing. Nice. I'm not above that. Actually, how many rares have we taken now? I have Mythic, Rare, Rare, and then the Rare land. There's a Flourishing Hunter. Oh man, old Rotstein too. I wonder if I splash that. Is that weird? I don't think that's weird. This is also really, really good for the self-mill deck. Bro, let's do it. Alright, I'm taking it. We're taking Rotstein. I don't have any other splashable black cards that I want, but we already have decent fixing. We have Nature's Embrace, we have the statue, we have the Heirloom. Mulch is kind of like fixing. It's another rare for the deck. This is going to be a fun little Sultai brew. Oh man, Rutstein combos with the Grolnok too, doesn't it? Yeah. I guess we might. Well, man, we only have 11 creatures right now, so the Millipede is not at its best, but we already have a Scab, and again, the Assistant is not doing much, so this is a maybe play. Man, where are the mulches? We passed that one earlier, I think it was in pack 1. This deck is going to mill itself out real easily. Feels like. Another Witness the Future? I want that for the combo. But I think we have to take a Toxic Scorpion here just for some more early game stabilization. Scorpion trades up a lot of the time. Really annoying to deal with. If anything, we might wield the Eternal Witness, or not the Eternal Witness, the Witness the Future. Easy cuts right now, I think, are probably like Cruel Witness, if we want to. Might not need the Nature's Embrace. As there's another Millipede here. We'll take the Binding Geist this time. It's not amazing, but it's a fine card, especially when I'm going to have a lot of self-mill. Another Entomber. Yeah, not a great pack here for me. I don't think we're running any of those blue or green cards. Sporeback Wolf is okay. Bounce or a third wolf? I guess the bounce is probably a little bit better now. Bounce also acts as a way to protect your creatures. Nice. Oh wait, are there multiple witnesses that can come back, I guess? Oh god, we got the Flourishing Hunter back too. Yes, 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 yes. So the biggest issue is the fact that I didn't actually get more than one mulch. Wow. I don't know how many Wandering Minds we could have had, but it feels like 10. Yeah, the biggest issue with this deck is I didn't get enough mulches, or I didn't get any Scattered Thoughts. That's gonna end up killing me. I can't self-mill as much as I want to. So I guess I can cut the Retrieve, since the Double Witness the Future I think are better. Millipede might actually make the deck now. The self-mill of the Millipede might be better than the Cruel Witness. Even though a 3/3 flyer is never terrible. Let's see. I guess I can cut the Cradle. I don't need the Binding Geist. This puts me at 14 creatures. And maybe I cut the Siphon Essence then. Could also be that splashing Old Rutstain is a little bit too cute. But so much value, and like, yeah, I have too much fixing not to. Like, even with one swamp, that's more than enough fixing. Embrace, Statue, Heirloom, one swamp. That should be okay. I guess I might actually cut Skywarp Scab here. And then run the Retrieve as well. No, 2 Witness the Future and Retrieve is too much, but... Oh, you know what? I should also be running this Binding Geist, actually. Let's do that instead. This can act as an early creature to trade, but also a pseudo-removal spell. Yeah. Okay, let's try it like this. We have a lot of fun cards. And we do have some amount of bombage, but... We'll see if this, this ends up doing anything like what we want it to do. Alright, 9 green sources, 8 blue, 1 black, and those are just in lands. And then we have the statue, the heirloom, and the embrace. Let's do this. This looks fun. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to run with. All we want to do is have our early game buy us time into our late game, right? Don't think I want to be running any of these other cards. The only loss here is like Siphon Essence. I'm a little bit concerned not running the Essence is a problem, but this is fine. Let's go. Sultai, Self-Mill, Dream. Only one Mulch. My biggest regret. Like I said, I think there was that second Mulch I could have had, but I would have needed to taken it a lot earlier in pack 1. Right? I do wonder how good the deck might have been if I had started taking the black cards instead of jumping into green for the funsies. Who knows? All right, let's go, baby. On the draw, sadly. I'm gonna keep this. This has all of our fixing. Oh no, not the turn 1. Why has it always got to be like this? I hope they play a wolf or a werewolf we can bounce. Nothing on turn 2 is good news for me, though. Come on, wolf or werewolf. Yeah, oh, that's a vampire. Damn it. Damn it. And now they get to immediately flip their alluring suitor. Ugh. If this had been the Alchemist Retrieval to bounce the suitor end of turn, I think we'd be in a really good spot, but this is gonna be a little bit sketchy now. Oh, they're gonna Curse of Hospitality me! I think that card is bad, but it's really good when your opponent doesn't do anything. They hit my statue and my Cultivator Colossus! It's only until end of turn, but I lose those permanently now. That's funny. Okay. Let's go like this. Let's Nature's Embrace the land, and then play Rut Stain, and hopefully do something with that. So, Curse of Hospitality, again, not a very good card overall. Like, you think about it in this scenario, if they just had to play another 3-drop creature, or even a creature off of the Dancer, I'd be losing a lot harder in that game. Because if your creatures are already hitting in, you're winning, you know? No, no blocks. I'll take 4. See what they hit. They can play lands off of that as well. If they ever hit lands. They stole a wolf from me, that's fine. That actually gives us a target to bounce for 2 mana and we can replay it. Mill the Mulch, get another blood token. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Alright, I guess we're gonna Millipede. Then hold up Lunar Rejection on my wolf. Milled 2 creatures, nice. We get a 4/4. Actually, milled the Binding Guys too was pretty fantastic. Okay, we'll shrink the Dancer. So they go. It's pot. You know what? Maybe I should have shrank the. No, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. Because I don't want to shrink the wolf and then bounce it back to my hand. But remember, the curse gives trample as well. I guess that's not super relevant in this situation. So they can pump like the Militia Rallier to get it in. And if they have a removal spell this turn, we're already dead anyways. We actually really want Rutstein to hit creatures. Well, I wonder if they're even going to attack now. Yeah, they didn't get a land, so we get a land. There's Grolnok. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I think we're going to Grolnok here and hold up Luna Rejection. Bouncing the Celebrants is going to be pretty good. Can also bounce the statue if we... man, we don't want to do that. Circle of Confinement. Ah, so they get to eat my Rutstain if they want. That's too bad. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, isn't it? Okay. They do have double red available for a pump as well. I think we let them attack with the Celebrants. Alright, nice. So Millipede can block Wolf. Grolnok can block the Dancer. We can reject the Celebrant. I mean, obviously it's not looking good for us, but... we're really hoping they activate the Dancer. We're gonna abrade the Grolnok after blocks. That's kind of strange, sure. It does trample their Dancers. They are, oh, I see. They're gonna get in for 1 point of damage. They're not gonna have very much mana to whatever their curse eats. Land, land. Alright, so they get to play a land off of me. And then if they have the 2-drop, they can play that. Statue's gonna turn into a 5/5 here. And we drew a Toxic Scorpion. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Alright, so let's... Thirst first. I guess a land it's gonna be, huh? Alright, yeah, we're probably just dead now. Good beats. They just had that turn that they flipped Dancer, turn 3 or whatever, that turn 4 they flipped Dancer was so brutal. Since we didn't do anything early enough. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So I can pitch the land and... Let's see. No, we're just dead here, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 6, 11, 12, 13 mana. Sorry, 13 power. Yeah, we're dead on board. Because other creatures gain trample here as well. Don't get me wrong, Curse was great this game, but the opponent was already winning. It was more just like a win more, if you think about it. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, good beats. GG's. GG's, GG's. Look, I have confidence in this deck. We lost the die roll there, and we didn't do anything for, like, even turn 3. I just played an Honored Heirloom, so turn 3 on the draw playing Honored Heirloom, you know, versus a red-white aggro deck. That's fine. And even then, had we been on the play, that game's a lot different, because then on my turn 3, I play Heirloom, they play their Deadly Suitor or whatever. And then we get to interact before they can go off. So I think this deck has good play to it. Just need to not die to super aggro beats. I'm excited. I want to get a game with Cultivator or the Kraken online because we can Uber ramp into them, you know? On the draw here again, but another good-looking hand. This one actually has some really good interaction too, so we shouldn't just get rolled over by another deck that has turn 1 plays on the play. Okay. Our hand looks good. Good mix of curve, top end, stabilization. Sure, that's fine. Pushing the damage. Once again, just gonna get the statue online ASAP so we can start getting the counters on it. Okay, discards a mountain. We're gonna have access to 5 mana next turn. Oh, they got the knife. That's fine, we'll take 2. They're gonna get a blood token here, regardless of if I block or not. Now we can go Heirloom. Into Crawler. Crawler, I'm fine trading with the Epicure. Main phase, use their blood token, maybe. It's good, that means they're not playing a turn 5 Celebrants. Impulse finds a land and a scab. And they would be able to get back their bolt in time to kill my statue, so I don't even think they want to attack here. Ooh. Oh wait, I have the Honored Heirloom actually. Never mind. What we're gonna do is just play the Geist here. Pass, and if they try to return their bolt with their scab, we just get them in response. They might forget about what the Heirloom does. Like, I think their game plan here is to play out the scab, sack the Epicure, get back bolt, but then as soon as they target the bolt, yeah, we're gonna blow them out. Or whatever they end up targeting in the end. Gotcha. Nice try. Completely wrecked. And... I want to wait on that? I guess we probably just wait, huh? Since we have a 1-mana spell in our hand, we'd rather wait until we can also hold up the retrieval. We're not going to need the horror to win this game, given the board. We're attacking for 6 here. Yeah, they can trade for the Geist, but we're about to have a 5-5, a 6-6, and a 3-2 with a bounce spell versus their currently nothing, so... Who needs your 7-mana bombs? Not me. That ain't gonna cut it. I guess they can try to go for like some tempo play. Maybe they have like a... No, Chill from the Grave's not gonna be anywhere near enough. I still have way too much pressure. Rending Flame. Do we want to bounce that in response? I don't think so. Just attack for 9. Got our 1/1 DT. Say go. That doesn't matter. Go ahead and eat their Rending Flame out of the graveyard. Swamp and attack. Maybe they have a chill this turn since they only used 1 mana. Yep, it's fine. Like I said, I don't even think we need the Kraken to win this game, but it will win the game when I cast it next turn. Remember, it can't be countered. And in red-blue, they're going to have a really hard time to kill it. They could have another Rending Flame and an Abrade. They could bounce it for some tempo, but when they're already so far behind, that's not going to do anything, right? Jeez. And this is just going to be a pick up your cards moment. Pick them up. I've won with Hullbreaker Kraken, or whatever it's called, Hullbreacher Kraken, Hullbreacher Horror, countless times already. I don't need to win games with that. I want to win a game with that damn Colossus card. Let me cast that 7 green card for once, you know? Hey, we get to play against Court of Calls. And we're on the play! Nice, nice. Okay. Hand looks juicy, lots of good interaction. We have another turn 3 statue, as he has a Drake. I think I'm gonna tempo that down, because we're tapping out for statue next turn, and I don't want to take a lot of damage. Obviously it's fine if he just kills my statue, but that's for tempo plays. Yep, I'm okay with that. There goes Mr. Drakey. And a Hungry Wolf. I guess let's mulch here. Do 2 lands. Milled a couple cards. Let's see. Do we want to cast a Witness the Future now? I think so. Put back the bounce. This is a sorcery, remember, so we want to cast it. And we'll get our Hunter. We did hit the Alchemist there, funny enough. We just need to survive the early beats. No! That was the perfect card for him to have there, because it exiles it. Take 5. Alright. Even after playing the 6/6, I'm still taking 4 damage on the board because of the flying and the menace. Another wolf, sure. Oh my god, more menace! Go Scorpion. Ass. Swing out, yeah. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Block the wolf, block the other wolf. That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 damage. And that's all if everything went according to plan. So I'm going to reject one of the menace creatures, I guess. And hope to draw something else. That's not good enough. Alright, need to draw something here. Nope. Land's no good. Good beats. Dang it! Where are the fatties? We drew too many lands. I'm not supposed to lose to Court of Calls. We beat him every time. For shame, streamer. For shame. Come on, deck. You're 1 and 2 now. You're better than this. I believe. Let's see. So what could we have done differently that game? Really, it was just the bolt that killed us. The bolt exiling my Geist means I couldn't give it the flyer -2/-, so it was just gone permanently. I guess what I could have done is main phased bounced one of his creatures. To try and hit another spell on my turn. But I don't know if that would have mattered. Okay, come on. No 1 and 3s. We need to get 1 game with the Cultivator at least, please. Our hand's fine here. We have a bunch of early plays. Let's lead on the pressure. Quote unquote pressure. Sure. That's a good one. Don't think we want to mulch yet, though. Because ideally, if we just draw a land next turn, I get to go Grolnok into mulch. That's the hope. Desperate Farmer, that's fine. I'm okay taking 1 for now, though. Darn, did not draw the land. Go for mulch first and see what we draw. Good. Milled my Kraken and Statue, that's fine. Go ahead and attack again for 2. Play out another Scorpion. Say go. And I'm gonna want to witness the future ASAP before they can play like a Scavenger. Sure. Maybe they have a Piercing Light here. Or Adamant Will. I'm okay with that. That's a great trade for us if that's what their plan is. So they just wanted to gain life, it feels like, then to like enable the Bloodseeker, maybe? Sure, that's fine. Yeah, maybe I can afford to wait a turn then. Grolnok might entice them to use a removal spell on this. Might as well bash in for 1 now as well. Oh, they did have a Piercing Light. Okay, they had both. Yep, can't block that. Sure. They did not want to flip their doo-doo. Well, let's just get our 6/6 online. Gain 3. Or gain 4 because of the wolf. Good. Alright, now we do get to shuffle back our baddie. So if they sack here, I'm guessing they do have Adamant Will then. But can I really do anything about that? Adamant Will would make it a 7/7. There's no way they can pump for 3, right? I'm guessing this is just Adamant Will and Eat My Hunter. Yep, it's fine. Okay, let's go for the... Witness now. Let's get back our Hull Breacher and our Hunter. Sure. Okay. Well, that sucks. Remember, I can't attack with Grolnok. And keep the cards available for the later turns. So... I guess I'm probably taking 7 here. Well, redrawing Hunter was not bad. Okay, they're just gonna hit me in the air for a little while, it feels like. Come on, deck. Really? Ah, brutal. Yeah, Grolnok's not even doing anything anymore, so... I think I trade for Grolnok, let them flip their farmer, and I need to draw, like, my Hull Breaker. Rutstain, huh? Well, that would have been a good draw with Grolnok. Sheesh. Not like this. This feels really bad that we're gonna lose like this, but... Good beats! Good beats, as he says as he cries softly. Milled our Thirst for Discovery and drew a frog. Yes, I know it's not a frog. Alright, let's find something here. I don't know why they didn't sack their blood tokens to the Bloodseeker last turn. That probably would have killed me. I guess they're maybe just looking for better threats. Sadly, I think I have to chump. I need to find something really good right now. Oh, it's gonna be a little bit too slow. They already have too much pressure on me. And another flyer is gonna be gross. Oh, they're finally sacking like they should have. Yeah. Alright. Come on. I don't know what I can draw, but I hope I draw it. Alright, milled Millipede. Drew Spore Crawler. Got a token. I'm dead on board. To the flyers plus their Reveler. Get back Hunter. Witness. I guess Thirst. Wow. And we're dead. Dead on board. GG's. Man, I tried to have a little fun, and this is what we end up with. Feels bad. Alright, good game. Well played. Another 1 and 3 in the books. Oh. Why do we ever try to have fun? It's okay. Yeah. So we tried to have fun. It didn't work out. We cast the Hull Breacher, and I think that was the only Hull Breaker, and that was the only game we won. We never saw the Colossus. I mean, I don't think this deck was insane or anything, but still, we wanted to have a little bit more fun than this one. Anyway, I hate to give you guys another 1 and 3 for the YouTubes, but like I mentioned, they can't all be winners. You know, sometimes you're gonna suck. Sometimes you're forced to have sometimes you try to force a little fun. Like I said, during the draft portion, if I had just moved into blue-black, I think we would have ended up with a really good deck. I wanted to try the Colossus, and so I'm pretty sad that we never drew it once and got to go off with that. But yeah, fun little deck. Thought it was worth a try. For the draft open, do not try this type of thing, right? It is ill-advised to draft quote-unquote fun decks. You should really try. And so for that type of event, it would be ideal to, of course, take the good cards, play the good cards. But I mentioned there would be some constructed in the near future, and I will give a little spoiler of that right now. I have submitted my decks for the Innistrad Championships, and I've decided to play, well, speaking of the Hullbreaker Horror, we'll do some deck techs with these ones coming up, but this will be the standard deck that I play for the upcoming event if you want to take a quick screenshot of that. There will be a deck tech in an upcoming video this week for that. But this is what I'll be playing for standard. Good old Epiphany. If you can't beat them, join them. This has been a super fun deck. I've been doing well with this on the constructed ladder. And then in historic, because the Innistrad champs are double format, I will be playing Green-White Humans, another deck that's been performing really, really well for me. This deck just has enough pressure and interaction to really make people cry. You have like the Esper Sentinels, the Thalias, the Spellbinders, Adelines, Ranger of Captain of Eos, fantastic. So I'll do another deck tech of this one, but if you want to take a quick screenshot, that's the deck list there. But expect a couple constructed videos in the coming days with those two decks in mind. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take your Hull Breacher Krakens. Don't take your Cultivator Colossus. Draft blue-black instead. Get your bleed dries. We'll see you for the upcoming videos, but thanks for watching.